What up, gang? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about a happiness shortcut. I want to introduce to you a principle that can completely change the way that you feel and think about going after the things that you truly want in life, and hopefully not ending up chasing something for the wrong reasons and ending up in a place that you don't want to be after wasting years of your life. And this is an inspiration. This video is a direct inspiration from mainly Chris Williamson, but a lot of stuff that I study from Naval Ravikant as well. So if you don't know who either of those people are, I would definitely look into what they're doing. And I don't want to not take credit or not give credit where credit is due. Chris has been talking about a really interesting thing recently on his podcast, Modern Wisdom, which is to not sacrifice the things that you want for the things that are supposed to get it or get them, right? And I'll say that again. Don't sacrifice the things that you want for the things that you're supposed to get them, right? We do this all the time. The classic example is money, right? I am going to sacrifice, let's say, hey, I want money because I want to have like freedom and I want to have respect and status and money to spend, and go on dates and to get women and to, do all this stuff, right? And ultimately, I think what a lot of people end up doing, especially in 2025 with a lot of the entrepreneur influencers and people who are telling you how to do certain things and what to, believe, is that you should sacrifice a lot of those things that you probably ultimately want the money for in pursuit of trying to get those things, right? Like, I think it comes down to a lot of people want like security and experiences, and men are driven by pussy and power, so we want status and we want women, importantly. And a lot of times we end up giving up, and we want relationships too, right? A lot of times we end up giving up those things, right? You're doing your monk mode, you're listening to the Hamzas of the world and the Iman Gadzis and the Andrew Tates, and you're like, oh, I gotta be disciplined, I gotta throw away partying and hang out with my friends and relationships and probably see my family less because they don't understand me, and definitely can't be fucking around with girls and going on too many dates and getting distracted by pussy and like all this stuff, right? And so it's interesting because those are the things that you want anyways, that I want anyways, right? But funny enough, we think that in order to get those things, we need to somehow get rid of all of them and then only focus on the piece about the money. And then once we have the money, it's like, oh, it's this golden thing that unlocks. It's like, oh, once we have the money, then I'll be able to get all of those things. And it's like, that's actually not really how that fucking works, number one. Number two, even if that were the case, okay? Let's say, just for an example, it's a 5-year period, right? A 5-year period of you getting everything that you want when you have the money, blah, 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 and a 5-year period of you sacrificing to get it. Isn't that at the end of the day just a wash? It's like, these are the things that you want anyways, and then, oh, okay, cool, I have them for 5 years now, but I gave them up for 5 years initially. So it's like, is that really a benefit? Is that really even that much better? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, drop a comment below with your thoughts on that. But it's just like so silly. It's like, oh no, but like having them later in life will be better than right now. And it's like, but it's like kind of the same anyways. And now you might be saying, well, you'll be able to do better with women and you'll be able to go on cooler experiences and vacations and things like that. And like, yeah, I mean, to a certain degree. The women thing though, I think money is never going to be a good excuse for you to be able to get more women. Sure, are you going to be able to impress them a little bit more and buy a nicer car, which women don't really give a fuck about anyways, or go on more expensive dates or be able to date more often? I mean, yeah, you could do those things, but at the end of the day, nothing is going to replace you just sucking with women. Like, you have to get good. You have to be good. You have to be charismatic, humorous, confident, be able to build comfort and trust and security. Like, you have to be able to do all of these things. And when you relinquish those, again, for the example, for 5 years, you end up sucking at it. Like, you just end up getting really bad. So is it like really worth it to like get really fucking bad with women only so that like later down the line you can somehow be better? But then it's like, oh, well, once I have the money. But then it's like, are you really going to use your money as a crutch? Like, do you want to have to use your money as a crutch? Because like, I can guarantee you there are broke motherfuckers out there pulling way fucking more than you, fucking hotter girls, having girlfriends, and they'll be laughing around doing a little fucking silly rain dance with no money in their bank account while there's a bunch of rich fucking guys who are complete losers who can't even use their money to get women outside of paying prostitutes. So it's like, it's not going to do what you think it's going to do. And women don't really care as much. They care about your character and your charisma and how you make them feel, and even like the potential of you making money versus you actually having the dollar amount. And unless you go around flexing your bank account and your nice things and your watches and whatever, girls don't even know. They don't know. It's not like you get on a date, a first, second, third date, and they're like, oh, how much money do you have in your bank account? Like, that never fucking comes up. Like, I've dated girls when I had a lot of money in my bank account, and I've dated girls now where I have none. And they don't fucking know the difference. Like, it just doesn't come up. And so I just think it's a really treacherous point. And you have to be really careful. Is there a time and a place to sacrifice and to give up, hedonistic, pleasure-seeking behaviors because it's holding you back from your goals? Yes, of course. Do you need to lock the fuck in sometimes and do the things that you need to do and say no? And yes, of course. I'm not saying that. I think it's just be very careful about what you're giving up and why. I'll give you another really quick example before I end the video, which is that back in the day, when I first graduated from college, all I wanted to do was to travel the world and honestly, be like a travel influencer. I just thought the pinnacle of my existence and everything that I wanted to do and how I would come alive and be the ultimate freest version of myself was to travel around, go to all these different countries and be on boats and swim and zip line and skydive and do all this sick shit. And ultimately, I kind of decided that, I'm gonna really need money to do that. And so then the next 5 years of my life, I've traveled here and there, but that's besides the point. I really haven't done much travel because this entire time I'm sacrificing traveling in pursuit of what I think is going to get me traveling, which is the money. And yes, to a certain degree, plane flights, hotels, whatever, but you don't actually need a lot of money to travel. Once you fucking get to Europe, you can travel around Europe for dirt cheap and stay in hostels. You can spend less money traveling over there full time than it costs to live in the United States. Even more so if you go to Asia or somewhere else. And so it's so interesting that if I'm envisioning all of these things that I want and what I think will make me ultimately happy and super fulfilled, which is experiencing new cultures, meeting new people, being adventurous, learning different languages, traveling around and living in hostels and doing all this shit, right? But then I'm actually giving all of that up for a later date in which I think I'm supposed to have that. Now, again, I get if I were to travel and be broke and live in hostels, yeah, I would be broke. But at that rate, and I'd be spending all my money on travel probably, but at that rate, would I even care? Would it even matter? Because I'd be poor in my bank account, but I'd be rich in experiences. And it's just such an interesting thing that is really hard to put a dollar amount on, how to value it and whatever. And it's so often we chase money because we think that it's then going to get us this other thing. But it's well, what if we just found a way to go to this other thing without trying to get the money first? And we just allowed ourselves to have whatever it was. Now, obviously, if you're chasing the fucking Lamborghini Urus brand new off the lot, yeah, obviously you can't circumvent that without money. But then I would also question you even further and I'd be well, why do you want the Urus? Oh, well, I'm really into cars. Bullshit. Why do you actually want it? Oh, well, I want to look cool in the eyes of my peers and I want women to respect me. Okay, cool. Well, are there other ways that you can get that, or can you self-discipline yourself, or can you fix a broken mindset that has you pursuing a sports car only because it's do you really want the sports car, or do you want what the sports car represents and how it makes you feel? What if I could give you that feeling and what it represents and the results and the end outcomes that you think having that car will get you without having that car? Then would you really care about the vehicle, right? I think about in terms of, okay, would you rather have $1 million, but you have the best fucking friends in your life? Honestly, $1 million is a horrible example. Let me back it up. Would you rather be making $50,000 a year, but you have tons of status everywhere you go, everyone knows who you are, you have tons of women, you have so much abundance, you have your pick of the litter, you can talk to any girl you want, supermodels will bang you even though you're not rich, You have amazing relationships with your friends, your families, you're networking with amazing people. You have enough freedom to where you can like travel around and do the things you want to do and visit other people in different cities. Like you have all that, but you're making $50,000 a year and you're still able to pull all that off. Or would you rather be making $10 million a year, but you work 90 hours a week, you suck at talking to girls because you haven't done it in years, you're really fucking antisocial because all you do is work on your business, you've like kind of given up on your family and a lot of other relationships that are important in your life because you're, you know, only doing the business thing. It's like, bro, I'm taking the guy with $50,000 anyways. Like he has all of the results, all of the things that I want and that I think money is supposed to get me. But a lot of times, and I think more often than not, people end up in the situation more like the other guy. Maybe you're not making 10 mil a year. Honestly, that's even worse. You have all of the negatives of the situation, and you're not making 10 million a year. You're making 300K or maybe $1 million a year or whatever. And it's like, cool, wipe your tears with your $100 bills. Like it's really not going to help you all that much. But that's just my fucking take on it. And a lot of these things, unless you've experienced any of them or gotten a taste of money won't buy you happiness firsthand, it'll go in one ear and out the next and it won't resonate. You have to learn the hard way. You have to burn your hand on the stove. Thanks for watching. Join the conversation down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Am I way off? Do you agree with me? What do you think? Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.